Good evening, everyone, and welcome into our coverage this Thursday night volleyball action as the Menlo Knights take on the St. Francis Lancers here on KMVT 15. I'm Carlo Jimenez coming to you live from St. Francis Burns Alumni Gymnasium. Coach Palaguna and the Knights are looking to grab their first win of the young season as they wrap up 3 in a row on the road before heading home to face Palo Alto. On the other side, the 3-1 Lancers are coming off a dominant performance against Aragon, winning in 4 sets and look to continue their preseason momentum. We'll take a pause and get ready for the national anthem here at the Richards Family Center at St. Francis. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Volleyball here on KMVT 15. As we have the 0-2 Menlo Knights taking on the 3-1 St. Francis Lancers here at the Richards Family Gymnasium on the campus of St. Francis. As both teams huddle up and get ready, we'll go through the starters for the visiting Menlo School Knights. Starting at outside hitter will be Grace King, Shiana Houghton, Emily Holland will be your hitters. Setter will be Zoe Gregory. The libero will be Riley Holland, and your middle blockers will be Anna Guragashi and Sharon Najad. On the other side, for the home team, the Lancers, it will be Levgani, the captain, starting at outside hitter. Will Height along with her, and Hammer will start at opposite. For the middle blockers, it'll be Kira Kellerman, Rachel Retman, and the setter, Allison Coe. And finally, the libero for the Lancers will be Gabby Silva. Both teams out and getting ready to go. It will be, the serve will go, we're not sure who it's going to be first. As we get Hollan stepping on. Both teams run a 6-1. That means only one setter on each side. As we get ready to play here, we got a shoe tie back down on the court. Kelly Hammer. As Kellerman will check out, and in comes the libero Silva for the Lancers. Thursday night preseason volleyball action here at St. Francis. The Lancers versus the Knights. The Knights trying to get their first win of the season. The Lancers trying to stay hot. The serve will go to the setter Coe. She'll serve near side. Serving the Lancers number 12, Allison Coe. Coe the serve. Back dig there. Here's a set far time. Attacking is King. Off the block, all right. Nice dig by Coe. Out of system attack there by Hammer. Here comes the set down the middle into the block and down. And a point for the Knights. A nice attack there from Guragashi. And it's going to be 1-0 Menlo. Having the first point. It will be the libero Holland on the serve. Riley Holland, that is. There's a dig by Silva. A pass to the far side. Here comes Hammer trying to paint the back line and misses it long. Not enough topspin. Menlo, another point. So Holland to serve again. Knights up 2-0. There's a serve. Back row dig by Levgani. Set for Hammer again. She'll try to tap it over, but a nice block. The block is deflected out of bounds. So Menlo had it, really. It was nothing there for Hammer. But Holland just not able to get the right hand angle, and serving will be the Lancers. It's 2-1. Levgani to serve, the captain of this Lancer team. Here's a set coming near side for King. King will just tap that one over. Silva to dig it. Here's a set for Hammer going towards the back. Out of system, free ball coming for the Lancers. Can they take advantage? Here's a set far side. Attack from White Knight, and that's a kill. Emily White Knight going right down the middle. Too much heat. And the Lancers knot us back up at 2. Evgani back to serve. St. Francis playing excellent in their last game against Aragon, as that's a service error right into the net. And Menlo back on top. 3-2. It's been back and forth here early. And serving now for the Knights will be Hoffman, who's checked in. Anna Hoffman, the 5'10" setter. Freshman on this team, the only freshman playing for the Menlo Knights. Her jump serve. Silva the dig, sets, and nobody's there. Kind of miscommunication between her and Ratnam. Trying to set the inside, Ratnam goes outside, and a mental mistake for the Lancers cost them the point. Another serve. Here's far side, coming is White Knight, and again through the block, Emily White Knight with the kill. Lancers pull within one, and serving will be the libero, Gabby Silva. Silva with 2 aces on the season. Jump serves that one, dig by Hollan. They'll set King, King off the block. Nice block there from the Lancers. Lancers will try near side. Nothing going. Here's another set for King, the tap over. Nice dig in the back row by Levgani. Here's White Knight trying to find space, and she does. Emily White Knight, give her 3 kills and tie us up at 4. Emily White Knight powering this St. Francis offense early. Here comes the serve, dug by Hollan. Nice pass to the net. Attacking is Hutton. And right there are the Lancers. Here comes White Knight. They keep feeding her. That time, Holland is there for the stop. They'll serve King, and Grace King with a kill going down the middle. King, an absolute star for this Menlo Knight team. She has a total of 32 kills on the season. She had 20 of the team's 21 in that loss to Aragon, correction. As she gets the service ace right there, doing it all. King with an ace and a kill, and it's a 6-4 lead for Menlo. There's a serve by King, and that's a service error floating right over the top. And St. Francis will pull within 1. Hammer back to serve. The 6-foot opposite senior, her 3rd year on the varsity team, the most experienced varsity player. There's the serve. Dug nicely, gives a set for Nejad, and she just mistimes that jump. It is early in the season. Chemistry's not all the way developed. This is only the 3rd game for the Menlo Knights, and you're just going to see mistakes like that. There's Holland. And they'll set far side, going cross court for the kill is Cara. And it's 7-6. Menlo staying on top. Back to serving will be Holleran. Abby Holleran just checked in, the 5'6" libero. Although not wearing the libero jersey tonight, she is a defensive specialist. A nice dig there by Levgani. They'll serve White Knight, and going cross court down that 10-foot line. Emily White Knight is on fire so far. She's got 4 kills. And she's back to serve. 7-6, 7-7. We're tied here at St. Francis. Comes the jump serve from White Knight. Dug in the back row. They'll set Hutton trying to go cross court off the block and drops down. Carrier correction on the far side. And with that one, Menlo back up on top, 8-7. The Knights been playing well, although they have the size disadvantage. Menlo with only 1 player at 6 feet. Meanwhile, on the other side, you look at St. Francis, they have 6 6-footers. But Menlo has dominated the net so far. Here's a serve by George. Set far side for Levengani, and that's her first of many kills on the night. Levaji, correction. Coach Michael Rubin, they're the hardest off-season worker. She can touch 10 feet on an approach. As there comes the serve from the St. Francis Lancers. Here's Hutton on the attack. Nice dig by White Knight. They'll set Knotsman, tap over, a dig there. Here comes Hollan trying to go far side. Again, the White Knight is there. Levgani goes back row. Nice dig by Hollan. Pass is close to the net. Levgani with the one-hitter. As we go back and forth here at St. Francis, they'll try Levgani again, trying to paint the far line, and it's not out of bounds long. Just wide for Levgani, and St. Francis still looking for their first lead of the night. It's 9-8. On top is the Knights. They'll serve. There's a serve by Hutton. Hughes sets far side. Levgani off the net. Nice dig there from Hollan. Back row attack from Hutton. They'll set, and another miscommunication play. Allison Coe and Rachel Ratman are just not on the same page. Not sure where she's going to set that one. And it's a 10-8 lead for the Knights. Comes the serve. And there's a double touch, and the Knights weren't ready for it. Second touch by Allison Coe, keeping that Menlo Knights team on their toes with that nice play, and she'll go back to serve, pulling her team within one. Coe serves, nice serve right over that net line. Here's King on the near side. Her tap over is dug by Coe. They'll have to set Levgani. Levgani dug by George. Here comes the attack by Holland off the block and drops down for a Menlo Menlo school point, correction. Menlo did play Menlo Atherton in their last game. Took a tough 0-3 loss. Couldn't get more than 20 points on the night. As there's a service error by Holland right into the net. And St. Francis pulls within one. Back and forth we go. Lancers yet to grab a lead. Their star player, Keely Lengani, back to serve. There's the serve over the top. Dug there by Holland, but it goes right over. Tough pass. And we're back tied. That's going to be an ace for Levgani. Here's Levaji on the serve. Dug nicely in the back row. Set near side. Coming over the top is Holland. And another point coming from number 14, Emma Holland. She's got 2 kills. And again, St. Francis denied the lead. Hoffman back to serve now for the Knights. A jump serve. Barely gets over the net, lands in a tough spot for White Knight, and an ace for Hoffman. So the freshman with an ace, and her team up 13-11. And she'll serve again. White Knight hits that one right over the net. Nejad couldn't get anything on it, and we're gonna have a lift called by the Lancers, and they'll call time. 14-11, Menlo on top against the St. Francis team. We'll be right back after the timeout. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday night volleyball here at St. Francis. It is the Menlo Knights, the underdog, on top against the St. Francis Lancers, 14-11 in this big first set. Menlo has been able to get to this point just by fighting off Lancers' opportunities and really playing mistake-free volleyball so far. Here's an attack for Othman coming up the top, and a lift is called on Allison Coe. That's her second. So for the first time, Rotman and Coe are on the same page, but Coe called for the lift, and the largest lead of the night is for Menlo, 15-11. There's a dig by Silva. Diving to get there is Ko. Nice play. White Knight hits it over. An opportunity now. Trying to go cross-court as Carrier into the block. Coming is Mayer. Nice dig by Hollan. Right to the net, though. And an easy kill for Othman. So St. Francis, after the 6-0 run, or the 4-0 run, correction, will have the ball back, down by 3, looking to trim the lead. And there's the serve coming from Silva. The set, and an attack there from Nejad. Sharon Nejad gets her first kill of the night. And right just like that, Menlo back up by 4. A big stretch right here, because if Menlo is able to get 2-3 more points, they almost put this one away. And that would be huge playing against this stout St. Francis team. Here comes an attack from White Knight, and that one able to catch the back line. So how about number 9? She's got 5 kills of the 13 for St. Francis. And serving will be Hammer. It's the call from Rubin, goes backside to Hutton. They'll set her. Hutton trying to tap it over, and that one is going to be called out of bounds. So soft touch just to the outside. And it's 14-16. Lancers coming back here. There's another serve and an ace from Kelly Hammer. Her first of the night in a big stretch, and St. Francis is on a 3-0 run. Pulls right back within 1. Hammer again, the serve right over the net. Great dig there. Here's a set coming far side. Nejad dug in the back row. Now they'll set into the net. There is Kellerman with her first kill of the night. Able to have enough on that one. And we're tied at 16, a 4-0 run by the Lancers, looking to grab their first lead of the night. Here's Hammer, and misses it with a service error. So missed opportunity for the Lancers, but good serving by Kelly Hammer to get them back into the game. Nejad to serve for the Knights. Number 12 has her team up 1. Here's Levgani with the dig. An attack from White Knight. Nice play in the back by Hoffman. Here's a set. And the Lancers able to tap another one over. Great dig by Carrier. They'll have to send a free ball over. Opportunity Lancers. An attack by Kellerman. Catches the line. And it's back tied at 17. White Knight to serve. She's got a team-leading 5 kills so far tonight. There's the serve. Nice dig. They'll set Hutton. Hutton trying to go cross-court. A dig by White Knight goes right over the net. Nejad unable to capitalize. Here comes Levgani with an absolute heater down the middle. Her second kill. And it's 18-17. The Lancers with their first lead of the night. And Marco Paluga is going to call time. We'll be right back here at the Richards Family Gymnasium as the Lancers lead 18-17. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some Thursday night volleyball where the St. Francis Lancers have just taken their first lead of the night thanks to that spike from Levgani, her second kill of the night, as St. Francis up 18-17, currently on a 6-2 run. Here's a serve by White Knight, an attack coming from Guri Ogashin, and that one able to go through the block and down. Menlo out of the timeout, ties it back up at 18. Just an overpowering attack there. And serving will be Zoe Gregory. Gregory serves right into the net. And another service error for Menlo puts St. Francis up 19-18. Kellerman, the sophomore, to serve. One of 3 sophomores and 4 underclassmen on this St. Francis team. Serves over the net. Nice dig by Hollan. Far side set. Hutton trying to go cross court. Co with the dig. Out of system attack here for White Knight. That one, great dig in the back row. Joust at the net. And we're looking at point St. Francis. They're going to call Hollan for going over the line. And they're going to give the kill to Othman. And so it'll be 20-18. Lancers up by 2. Their largest lead of the night. The 6-foot sophomore serves. Hollan, nice pass. Here comes an attack from Nejad and putting it right at the feet of Haley Hughes. It will be point Menlo pulling back within 1. Here's the serve by the Knights. Attack from Othman, and she paints the back line. So it's 21-19. Rachel Othman with the last 2 points for St. Francis. And the Lancers 4 points away from taking set number 1. Allison Coe serves. Here's a dig in the back. Here comes an attack from King, and she gets up and into the block, and out of bounds it goes. Grace King with her 2nd kill of the night. Boy, does she get high, the 5'10" outside hitter. And Hollan will serve. Big point here. Menlo could tie it. They play it right. Here comes Othman trying to go cross court, and she gets another one. Rachel Othman with 3 kills here late in set number 1. And it's 22-20. We'll get the serve back to Levagie. (22-20). Levagie the serve. Jump serve. Nice dig by Hutton in the back. Gregory tries to set Hollan. Goes cross court. And just not enough topspin. Didn't get on top of that ball. And it floats out of bounds. It's a 3-point lead for the Lancers. And it'll be timeout. Menlo Knights, 23-20. Lancers 2 points away from taking set number 1. We'll be right back here at the Richards Family Court. Welcome back to Thursday Night Volleyball here on KMVT. The Lancers up 23-20 on the Menlo Knights here in set number 1. Serving is Levagie, the outside hitting senior in her 2nd year with St. Francis. On this varsity team, here comes the serve, and it's a service error, big service error from Levagie. Gives Menlo life, and it's 23-21. Menlo avoids the set point, and serving will be Hoffman. Hoffman with 3 aces on the year, could use one right now. There's the serve, dig by Silva. Coe with a tough play. It's a free ball over from Hamer. Here comes a set, far side, down the middle goes Hollan, Hutton, but right there were the Lancers. Now King tries to paint the back quarter, and what an attack from Grace King. Coming from the near side, able to paint the back left corner, going right over every Lancer. And it's 22-23. Menlo within striking distance. And so it'll be St. Francis and Michael Rubin called time. Menlo serving, down by 1. We'll be right back here at St. Francis. And how about this spike from Grace King, going from the near side to the back corner, making it a 22-23 game. The Lancers up by 1 here. Thursday night volleyball action. St. Francis Lancers going up against the Menlo Knights, but the Knights are serving with a chance to tie us at 23. Hoffman back to serve for Menlo. There's the jump serve, float serve. Silva can't handle it. That one's going to drift to the back roll, and a 3-0 run for Menlo coming out of the timeout. Makes it 23-all here at St. Francis. Big serve here, probably the biggest of this set, coming from Hoffman. Silva takes care of this one. Pelgani's gonna have to set. White Knight rejected at the net. Here comes an attack from Levager into the net, and it's 24-23, Menlo on set point. The Knights have played 7 sets this season. They have won 1. That was earlier in their first game. Now 1 point away from winning their second in the first of the night. Here's a right side attack from Hamer, and that one off the block and down. So the 1 set point wasted, and we're back at 24-all. Gabby Silva, the libero, serving for St. Francis. Can they steal the opening set? Here's a dig by Hollan. Set coming, near side, attack by Carrier. That one drops down, and it's 25-24, the second set point of the night, or of the set for Menlo. Grace King, who just had a huge attack earlier. We're gonna put this one away. Here's the serve. Back row dig by White Knight. Levagani serves her. She tries to go to the back. Nice dig by King. Set coming near side. There's Hutton. Nice block by the Lancers. Menlo recovers. Far side set for White Knight. Off the block. Unable to handle it in that back row was Hoffman. And we're back tied at 25. So St. Francis survives another set point. The serve by Hamer. Cross court ace. Kelly Hamer with a big time ace, her second of the night. And the Lancers with their first set point. Hamer gets the call from Coach Rubin. Serve same place. This time Holland will take care of it. Here comes the attack by Hutton, and an absolute laser down the net line. And it's back tied at 26. Well, how about this one? It was 23-20. Lancers looked like they were gonna steal the first set. Menlo gets a big 3 points in a row. And we have just been neck and neck here in the back end of this set. Here's a serve from Kellerman. There's a set coming right down the middle. Nice attack from the sophomore Kellerman. So Hollerman the serve, but Kellerman on the other side gets the kill. And the Lancers with their second set point. Emily White Knight, who has had 5 kills in this set, serves that one. Dig in the back row by Hutton. Here comes an attack by Carrier. Not enough on top spin. And St. Francis takes set number 1, 28-26. We'll be right back here on KMVT. We'll give you the recap of set number 1 and get you set for set number 2. And welcome back to St. Francis, where we just had a thriller of a first set here. Right there, Grace King with a huge spike to tie it up at 23-all after Menlo was down 20-23, but St. Francis did not let that phase them. A big-time attack from Kiri Kellerman, who had 2 big kills down the road, down the stretch, and this one, the dagger for the Lancers, an ace for Hammer. Well, it was even neck and neck at the beginning. 11-11 was the score when the Knights went on a 4-0 run to go up 15-11. Then the Lancers able to get some momentum, finally taking their first lead of the night after a 5-1 run, 17-18, and they eventually jumped out to, as I mentioned, the 20-23 lead. Menlo, though, able to fight back, tied it up at 23, had 2 set points, believe it or not. But the Lancers just playing resilient and able to take the set 28-26. So we get ready for set number 2. And after that, heck of a first set, we're hoping for another exciting one here at the Richards Family Court. Both teams coming out. That will be the regular starting 5 for both squads. One player that really was the star of that first set, Emily White Knight, who just carried St. Francis in the beginning. At one point had 5 of their 7 kills and was just absolutely on top of it from the get-go. We did see some miscommunication, though, between Ko and Othman early in the set, but they were able to clear that up, and Othman with 3 big kills around 17, 18, and 19. And so it will be serving, will be Hollan. Menlo to serve. 1-0 lead for the Lancers. Here's the serve. Big in the back row. No set far side. Coming is Levaji, and look out, Grace King. That's a bullet. Levaji with an absolute heater. Crushing that ball. Coach Rubin called her the best player, and she has shown that in the few moments she's had to shine. Here comes an attack by Kurigashi, taken care of by St. Francis. Hamer with one over the top. Down the right side comes Hutton. Right there are the Lancers. Now near side for Hollan into the block, and that block goes out of bounds. We are back tied at 1. Menlo ties us up at 1. Early in last set, it was pretty much neck and neck until 11-all. So we'll see if we see a similar pattern here in set number 2. Hollan to serve, and a service error going right over the top. So St. Francis back up 2-1. Serving Levaji. There's the serve, and a service error for Levaji right into the net. That's her second service error of the night. She's had 14 aces on the air, so usually a solid server. But a solid server who is risky, along with those 14 aces, is 20 air. So when she puts it in the court, look out. There's a little miscommunication there from the Lancers. Free ball, Menlo looking to capitalize. All tied at 2. Here comes an attack from King. Nice punch over down the far line. Tell why Grace King had 20 of the 30 kills for Menlo in their last game. He just puts it where it needs to be. Levaji with the dig. Here comes White Knight, and she is able to find the gap in the back row. St. Francis knots us up at 3. Silva to serve for St. Francis. There's a serve over the top, dug by Holland. But Holland passes it to no man's land, nobody there. And so a service ace for Gabby Silva, her first of the night. A 5'3" second-year junior. 4-3 Lancers on top. Here's the serve, dig in the back row by Holland. This time there is Hoffman. St. Francis struggling on the other end and can't get the ball over. A nice attack from Grace King. Point Menlo. 4-4 all tied up. Here at St. Francis, King to serve. Had a big kill back in set number 1. Serves a nice play to the Libero. There's the set coming. Hamer going back row. Gracie King with the serve. There's Hutton trying to go over the top. Another dig. Now Kellerman right there again is Hollan. They'll set near side as Cara is gonna get that one to go down. It looks like a net violation for St. Francis. And so it's 5-4. Menlo back on top. It was a net violation. King the serve. Doug in the back row. My Levanger. An attack by Mayer. But so much power into those attacks. Nice dig though. And a nice tap by Hutton. Just dumps that one right over the top of the double block. And it's a 6-4 lead for Menlo. The serve from King. Levanger with the dig and a net violation for Menlo off that joust is going to be called on Nejad. And so the lead trimmed to 1 for the Lancers. And for Menlo, correction. Hamer back to serve. Kelly Hamer, the 6-foot opposite hitter. There's a set coming for Hutton, and nobody home for St. Francis. As Sienna Hutton with a nice ball placement there, and it's 5-7. Menlo on top. Serving now is Abby Hollan. Hollan serves, dig in the back row. There's a set coming near side is White Knight, but right there is Hutton. She'll attack. Grace King will attack from the back row, correction. Now the Lancers coming the other way. Nice dig right there by Kellerman. Here comes the tap over by the sophomore Kellerman, and right through the block, the Menlo blocking down. St. Francis grabs the point. White Knight to serve. Serves it over the top, dug by Hollan. Hoffman has to run to that one, and a back row attack by Cara is just not there. Nothing going for Menlo on that one, and we're back tied at 7 apiece. So serving is White Knight, the fuel in the first half of that first set for the Lancers. Here's the set far side. Coming is Hot, and look out. Gabby Silva said, I see you. And somehow Levanger with one hand able to knock that one over, but not so fast. Kuragashi with a nice attack and the kill. Levanger saves the point, but Menlo able to take advantage of the free ball. They're up 8-7. Gregory the serve. That one was out. Silva saved it, and just a miscommunication from the beginning. Menlo with an ace. So Gregory with her first ace of the night. The 5'3" freshman setter, one of 3 freshmen. Serves it again right to the Libero. They've been on her all night. There's a nice dig in the back row by King. Here comes Hutton. Gets that one across the net line. Dug by Levanger. The slide on for Kellerman, but a nice dig by Hollan. Here comes King from the back row, off the net and out of bounds. Nothing there going as King tries to attack from the back line. And it's a 9-8 lead for the Lancers, or for Menlo, correction. There's a serve by Kellerman and a service error for Cara Kellerman. Her 12th of the season, has struggled serving in her 16 sets played. 10-18, Menlo on top, trying to create some distance. Another serve right to Silva. They just keep going at her. St. Francis sending a free ball over. Here comes Guagashi, and a nice clearance underneath after the block. Coming is King from the far side. Hughes with the dig. Now Levangie is dug by Hollan. An attack from Houghton from the back line is dug by Levangie. And a nice back line attack by Rotman, but it just drifts out of bounds. And a 3-point lead, matching the largest of the night for Menlo. So the Knights up 11-8 and could really create some distance right here. Here's the serve by Hutton, dug in the back row. Now near side coming is Levangie, and what a dig by Hollan, but was just unable to get enough under it. And how can you blame her when Levangie is getting up? You better look out, that thing's coming fast. Here's the serve from Ko, the setter. Now set far side, coming is King, and she paints the back line. Grace King with a back row attack. And Menlo back up by 3, 12-9. Riley Holland serves that one. The dig by Levangie. Hammer will attack. Touched there in the front row by Nejad, and just miscommunication. Coach Paglaluga is not happy with her on that one. Levangie will serve. 10-12, the lead for Menlo. Here's a dig by Hutton. They'll set near side. Coming is Nejad, but right there is St. Francis. Here comes the attack from the Lancers. Tap over by Knight. Here comes King far side and buries that one, or just misses it wide. Point St. Francis. So looked like King had painted the far line. And instead it drifts wide, and Lancers with a chance to tie. Levangie the serve. Here comes the set coming near side. Hollan with a beautiful attack from the near side, floats it to the back corner. Nobody's home for St. Francis. And the lead inflated to 2, 13-11. Hoffman to serve for Menlo. Jump serve, dug by Silva, a little miscommunication in the back row. Free ball opportunity, Menlo. Here comes the attack. Cara into the block, and point Menlo. Smacks that one into the block, and it's a 14-11 to lead. Menlo keeping St. Francis at bay. Coach Michael Rubin will call time. Knights on top, 14-11. We'll be right back for more volleyball here at St. Francis. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday night volleyball here at St. Francis, as the Menlo Knights find themselves down 1-0, but are up in set number 2, 14-11. The Knights, after some good serving and some nice net play, have not really been dominated at the net despite the height disadvantage. As serving will be Hoffman for Menlo. There's a dig by De Silva. Here comes an attack down the line from White Knight, but just cannot get it down the line. Drifts long, and the largest lead, tying the largest lead of the night. It's 15-11. We were in this exact same score, as there's a service error from Hoffman. 15-11 was the exact score last set, in which St. Francis made their run to tie it at 16. Let's see if they can do the same here. Gabby Silva to serve. Or St. Francis, 12-15. Lancers trying to get something going. Here's the set. Coming down the middle is Hutton. Nice dig by Co. Now White Knight off the block, out of bounds. Great adjustment there by Emily White Knight. Looked like she was going to go cross court. Able to turn the shoulders and find the gap in the Menlo defense. It's 13-15. Just high volleyball IQ right there from Sarah White Knight. De Silva to serve, 13-15. Here comes the set. Grace is rejected at the net, but clears up her own attack. There's a free ball sent over. Nice opportunity from St. Francis. Set a little behind White Knight, but not too far behind. She's able to put that one at the feet of Holland. And a 3-0 run by the Lancers make it 14-15. So we're looking at a mirror image of set number 1 right now. As De Silva serves. There's a dig by Hollan. Set far side. King on the attack into the block. Another great block by Kellerman. She'll try again. This time the tap. And Levanje couldn't get there. Grace King with a nice adjustment. 2 times she has gone into the block and been sent back. This time the dump over makes it 16-14. Grace King, the motor of this Menlo offense, serves an ace into the back row. So King with her second ace of the night, and St. Francis won't tie it up at 16 this time. Menlo keeps them at bay, and it's 17-14. Knights on top. They serve De Silva as they have been all night. Here comes an attack by Kellerman, and buries that one into the ground. Big time play from Kellerman, not allowing Menlo to go up 4. And it's 15-17. Here's the attack by Hamer. Dug by Hollan. The set near side. Looked like a double touch. Nothing called there. And here comes a free ball over. And taking care of it right down the middle is Nejad. Sharon Nejad, when she has had the opportunity, has been able to crush balls right down the middle, right through the Lancer block. And back on top by 3 goes Menlo. Gotta keep this lead at bay. We've seen 3-point leads erased in 3 consecutive plays. There's a service error right there by Abby Holleran, her second of the night, and her second in her 7th set. So rare off-night serving for Holleran. Here's the serve by White Knight. Here comes the set. Far side attack by Hutton, and able to paint that back line. Nice ball placement from Houghton, Sienna Hoffman, in her 3rd year, the senior. And it's 19-16. Back on top goes Menlo. 2 more points would be big right here for the Knights. 3 points just does not seem like a sizable enough lead to be comfortable at all. And it's going to be a set far side. Levanje tries to tap it over. Right there is Gurugassi for the block. Another block by Gurugashin. Here comes again. There's a tap by Levanje this time. They'll set near side. Coming is Holland. Cross court. Nice dig by Hughes. Now Levanje on the attack. Far side. Dig by Holland. Gurugashin going down the middle, and one-on-one Kellerman with the rejection. So big block by Kellerman, who has 8 on the season. And she'll be back serving. 19-17. Menlo on top. St. Francis trying to slice the lead. Here comes a back row attack by King. A lot of power on that one. But a nice dig by Kellerman. A little tough set from Co to Notman, but able to get something over. But King's going to take advantage of the miscommunication and buries that one down the far line. So 20-17 the lead for Menlo. Back serving is Hotten. St. Francis up 1-0 in terms of sets. But Menlo threatening right now as we have, looks like a sweat cleanup on the far side. We'll catch you up then really quick. It really was back and forth until 11-all, and when Menlo went on a 15-11 run, St. Francis fighting back to 16-14. Although Menlo able to keep him at bay, goes up 18-15, and the three-point lead has stayed strong so far tonight in this set. 20-17. On top is Menlo, serving, trying to add more. Their largest lead of the night has been 4. One more point would tie that one, and they do. Gurugasian, who has been hot in this second half, makes it 21-17. And Hutton serving as Menlo is starting to run away with this one. There's a serve to Silva. Silva takes care of this one. Levon J goes back row. Hutton has it off the block. Here comes an attack from King. Nice dig by Silva. Levon J will try again. Guragashi will block that one. Guragashi, correction. But it goes out of bounds, and St. Francis pulls back within 3. There's the serve by Ko. That's a touch shot. Ko right there. Ready for King this time. A free ball coming over. Menlo chance to increase the lead to 4. Here's a set. Gurogasian. She has been on fire. 4 kills in this set. And once again coming up late in sets and just able to put the ball in the right place. Number 16 makes it 22-18, 4-point lead. There's the serve by Hollan and an ace by Riley Hollan. And it's 23-18, a 5-point lead for Menlo. The Lancers will call time. We'll be right back for more Thursday night volleyball action here at St. Francis right after this. Gotcha. You down? Cool. Okay. Well, in the end of this second set, it's been all Gurogasian. The senior with a big kill right there. Put St. Francis up 23-18. She's got 4 kills in this second set and has just been hot tonight. Here comes an attack by Hammer. That one dug nicely to the net, and it's going to be net violation there by Gregory. And just a tough pass to handle for Zoe Gregory. And St. Francis out of the timeout, gets a point and pulls it within 4. 19-23. Lancers back against the wall. Got to make a run right here. Who would you rather have serving than Levange? There's the serve. She's got 14 aces on the year. There's a tap over by Gurogasian. Tries to throw that one, and a tip into the block, and another point. She gets a head nod and 2 high fives from teammate Grace King, and well deserved. She has been on fire. So now it will be 5 set points for the Menlo. Trying to tie us up at 1. There's the serve. That one nowhere to go, and Menlo with an ace and the win. They get on the board. 25-19 dominance by the Knights. We're tied up at 1. We'll be right back to get you ready for set number 3. Menlo 1, St. Francis 1. Well, you're tuning in to Thursday night volleyball action here on KMVT 15. And welcome back to KMVT 15, where we just saw this ace from Hannah Hoffman to tie us up at 1. It was a dominant set through and through for Menlo, able to grab a 19-16 lead late and just did not look back from there, going on a 6-3 run to finish the set. So 19-25, the first set taken by St. Francis, 28-26. And so the Knights will go back out there along with the Lancers to see who can take this critical set number 2. It has been the hero, really, of set number 2. If you want to highlight one name, will be Anna Girogashin. She had 5 kills late in that set, all coming after 15 points. And some big moment ones, able to put Menlo up on top. Only one timeout, also something to note, only one timeout was called in that set. Both coaches used 2 timeouts for set number 1. As the players go out there and substitutions go through, Haley Hughes has put on the Libero jersey. As Silva, who has struggled trying to take care of those serves in the back row. Really, Menlo attacked her on every single serve. Here comes the serve by Kell. Dug by Hollerman. Set far side. King with a punch and a great placement by Grace King. What a point to open up set number 3. Just beautifully in that back right corner. The dump. And so Hollan to serve. Menlo up 1-0. To dig by the Hughes, the new Libero. Levanger right into the block. Lavagie, check that. And her 5th kill of the night comes to tie us up at 1 in set number 3. Levagie the serve. Dig in the back row by King. They'll set King coming over the block. A nice dig by Ko. Hughes with the set on the dive. Menlo takes care of that one. Here's a tap over by Hollan. Going or squeaking past the block. Hughes was unable to get there, and it's 2-1. Menlo on top. On the serve for the Knights, Hoffman. Hoffman to serve, had that big ace to end set number 2. There's a serve right into the net, an air there from Hannah Hoffman ties us up at 2 apiece. New Libero Hughes will serve. The serve over the net. Comes to Hollan. Here comes an attack by Cara right into the block, but a nice clearance by Menlo. We're right there as Hamer to finish it off. So good defense by St. Francis. And Menlo just unable to recover. There's a serve by Hughes. Here comes a set far side. Cross court goes King. Hughes will set near side. White Knight. And a big point there off the block out of bounds. It's 4-2. St. Francis jumps out to the early lead. Emily White Knight with 7 kills on the night, unofficially. As the run has been on when Hughes is serving, and there's an ace for the Libero, Haley Hughes. And so a 4-0 run for the Lancers puts them up 5-3. Hughes with an ace, her first of the night. She'll continue to serve. There's a serve in the back row, dug by Hollan. Here comes the set, tap over by King. An attack now coming from Hamer and into the net. That one goes Menlo, pulls back with him too. King now to serve. For Menlo, serve over the top, unable to be handled by Levanger, and Grace King gets her third ace of the night. So not only will she get you the kills at the net, but Grace King has been hot from behind the line serving. The serve to Hughes. Hughes a nice pass. Here comes an attack by White Knight into the block, but out of bounds it goes. And so it's 6-4. St. Francis back up by 2. Amar will serve, and another service there for St. Francis. Ellie Hamar with her 14th of the season right there. And she'll sub out. Silva will come in, not in the Libero jersey. Let's see if they still continue to serve her. Silva in the back corner. Hughes playing right in front of her. And Levanger will dig that one. She'll attack from the back line. And a nice play from Levanger. And it's 7-5. St. Francis up by 2. White Knight will serve. 7-5 Lancers up on top here early. Something you've not been able to say all night. Here comes an attack by Cara and into the block and down the tip. And so the lead trimmed in half, 7-6. Menlo pulls within 1. Here comes the serve from Gregory and floats right over the line and out of bounds. Not enough topspin and a tough service there. There from Hollan. St. Francis without a libero on right now. Hughes comes out for Othman. There's a serve by Kellerman. Far side coming is Hoffman, and that heater right into the block and down. It's 8-7. St. Francis up by 1. Here's the serve. Dug in the back. Here comes the attack from Mehad, but no tip is called, and we're back tied at 8. So after the 5-2 lead by the Lancers, Menlo fights back to knot us up at 8 apiece. Hughes digs that one. Set far side, and buries it into the ground. Levanger. There's St. Francis, and they're back up 9-8. Ko will send it over. Dug by Hutton. Unagashi smashes that one at Hughes, and she can't get there. It's back tied at 9 apiece. Unagashi, who has been big late in sets for Menlo, able to get that point. Here's a serve from Hollan. Hughes just unable to get there. And it will be an ace for Hollan. There's a serve from Hollan. Dug there by Levanger. Here comes an attack by a White Knight from the back row. Nice dig. Comes Grace King. Hughes sets Hamer. Hamer a little bit behind her. Somehow dug there by Nejad, but a lift is going to be called as she's on the ground trying to take care of that one. Coach Haliluga doesn't agree with that one. And we are tied at 10. There's the serve from Levagie. Here comes an attack by Nejad into the block. Right there is King. Levagie from the back row. Another dig. Rally here coming, and that one with odd spin off the set by Gregory. Unable to be handled by Hutton. St. Francis back up 11-10. It's been back and forth here early. The largest lead was 5-3 St. Francis in the first 10. Here comes the serve, dug in the back row. Now an attack by Nejad. Right there are the Lancers. And coming from the opposite side, Hamer buries that one. Unable to be handled by Holland. And it's 12-10. Lancers increase the lead to 2. Levagie to serve. Over the top, dug by Menlo. Here comes an attack. King a little bit behind her, but she's able to handle it and get the kill. And Grace King with a big time kill. And the lead is trimmed in half, 12-11. Back serving is Hoffman. Sends it over, but too far over as that one drifts across the back line. Lancers back up by 2. It's really been what team is going to go on a run to increase their lead to 4. Usually that team has ended up on top. It's happened around here as Grace King into the block. Nice dig there from the Lancers, and Hamer buries one at the feet of Holland, and it's 14-11. St. Francis up by 3, threatening to go on a run. Menlo made the run in the middle of set number 1, but the Lancers were able to respond. And then in the middle of set number 2, Menlo just went on a run that was too large for St. Francis to come back from. Lancers up by 3, looking to go on one here, and as it's going to be point Menlo. Grace King into the block. That one deflected out of bounds. Jump serve from King, dug by Levagie. Here comes an attack from Kellerman, and that one able to paint the sideline. And it's 15-12. St. Francis back up by 3. Serving is Hamer. Hamer drives it over. Dug by Hollan. Set coming near side. Nice touch by Cara. Hughes sets White Knight, correction. As here comes Hutton down the back row, and a nice attack there from Hutton. Levagie dove to her right, but just couldn't get enough on that one. So 15-13. Menlo staying in striking distance of the Lancer. There's a nice dig. A nice play there by White Knight, but out of system, Hughes couldn't get there off the miscommunication. And it's 14-15, 2 in a row for Menlo. Menlo on a 2-0 run, trying to make it 3. Abby Holleran serves. Hughes and Levagie have miscommunication. Touch over by Kellerman, though. St. Francis takes care of it. Here comes King, and she gets up and puts it down in the back row. Nobody home. Timeout for St. Francis. Well, it's been back and forth all night here at the St. Francis Gymnasium. St. Francis took set number 1, 28-26. And then Menlo was able to take set number 2, commandingly 25-19. The Menlo Knights going against the St. Francis Lancers. We are knotted at 15. So 1-1 is the set score. 15-all is the score here in set number 3. There's a serve in the back row by Hollan. Hughes takes care of that one. Will Knight with a nice attack, but great recovery by Menlo. White Knight correction. Here's White Knight again going into the block. This time able to slice the net line. And it's 16-15. St. Francis grabs the lead out of the timeout. Serving will be White Knight. 16-15, St. Francis on top. She drives it over. Nice dig by Hutton. Hutton calls for it, and this jumped there by Guagashin, but she gets it over. Here comes an attack by Levagani, and that set by Hughes goes right behind her. Is unable to get enough on it. Hitting air for Levagani. And we're back knotted at 16. Gregory, the setter, to serve. There's the dig by White Knight. A joust at the net, won by St. Francis. And unable to handle that one was Hollan. Lancers up 17-16. Francis up by 1. Kellerman will serve. A bullet floats right over the back line from Kellerman. And we're back knotted at 17. One set apiece here at the Richards family court. And we're knotted at 17. There's a dig in the back row by White Knight. Attack by Nejad. And a nice block there from Nejad, far side. Sends it right back at the head of Hollan. And St. Francis up 18-17. To serve, she sends it over, and an ace for Allison Coe, unable to be handled by Hollan. And it's a 2-point lead for St. Francis. Timeout called by Coach Tagaluga. 19-17, Lancers on top. We are tied at a set apiece. We'll be right back here on KMVT 15. Lancers up 19-17 here in set number 3 as we are knotted at 1. A big service ace from Allison Coe. And Coe put the Lancers up by 2. She'll be serving again to try to inflate the lead. Lancers looking to take care of a crucial set number 2. Menlo won set number 3, correction. Menlo won set number 2. 25-19, and there's another service ace from Coe, 2 in a row for Allison, number 12. And it's 20-17. Out of the Menlo timeout, St. Francis increases their lead. There's a serve by Coe, dug by Hollan this time. King on the attack, but not enough topspin. And it drifts over the top. Every Menlo player asking for a touch. And none called, and it's going to be another timeout for the Knights. 21-17. Lancers keep the momentum rolling. We'll be right back on KMVT 15. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Volleyball here on KMVT. Lancers pulling ahead late in set number 3, up 21-17. We were knotted at 16, or it was 17-16. Menlo on top. And St. Francis has just pulled away. As here comes the serve from Coe. Coe serves, back row dig by Hollan, goes right over the net, and an easy tap down from Othman. So it's 22-17. Lancers by 5. There's a serve from Ko. Dug in the back row by Hoffman. St. Francis takes care of the attack. Here comes a dump over the top. Nice adjustment by Hammer. And it's 23-17. St. Francis pulling away. It has been all with Ko serving. When she started to serve, it was 18-17 as there's an attack by King into the block. Try again from the far side. Hollan off the block from Othman and drops down. A nice attack by Hollan, able to over the power of the block. Menlo, though, with their backs against the wall, 23-18. See if they can squeak out this one. There's a serve from Hollan, dug by Kellerman. There's a tap over by Othman. Another attack by Hollan. That one into the block. Great dig there by King. Free ball sent over by Hutton. St. Francis with an opportunity. Here's a set. Levangie, back row dig by Menlo. Now King will try. Tries to go cross court. And that's the second time she has not had enough topspin. It drifts long, and it will be 6 set points for the Lancers. St. Francis responding after that second set loss, 25-19. They're up 24-18, trying to take set number 2. Menlo trying to stay alive on the other end. That won't help. It's a free ball over. St. Francis sets far side. An attack by White Knight. Nice dig by King. Here comes an attack right down the middle by Hutton. St. Francis ready for it, and Hamer goes right through the block, and St. Francis takes set number 3. 2-1, Lancers on top. 1 set away from taking this one, as we will be back here on KMVT for the 4th set. Lancers 2, Menlo Knights 1. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Volleyball, KMVT 15, bringing you coverage of St. Francis versus Menlo. St. Francis taking set number 3, 25-18. Really, it was neck and neck all the way through, but just went on a big run towards the end of the game, going up as much as 23-17 before finally taking the game. Dominant serving by Allison Ko. And an interesting move by the Lancers, switching Haley Hughes to Libero, taking out Gabby Silva, correction. And Hughes looks like will keep the Libero jersey on for set number 4. So Menlo coming out there looking to try to keep this game alive while St. Francis trying to go home with a 3-1 win. Been a game of runs so far. In the first set, if you're just joining us now, it was back and forth the whole way. Menlo got a 3-point lead here. And then St. Francis went up 23-20, but Menlo able to fight back to the point where it was 25 all before finally the St. Francis taking the set, 28-26. In set number 2, it was all Menlo taking advantage, really just serving Gabby Silva every time and playing great defense on the other end. They were able to take that set 25-19, pulling away at the end. And then St. Francis, pretty much a mirror of set number 2 and set number 3, just the team switching. As here comes the opening serve from the Knights. Dug in the back row. Here's an attack coming from Levangie into the block, and Menlo takes point number 1. Here's a serve by Kellerman. Here's the set coming down the middle is Nejad. Nice dig in the back row. Hollan goes over the block, tipped, and St. Francis takes care of it. An attack now from Levangie. Here's a nice dig from Hollan. An attack from Grace King going far side. And a 2-0 lead for Menlo. Well, if you want to pick your perfect way to start, you want to start quick, you want to grab an early lead. The Knights on track to do that. Othman, number 15, back serving. That one over the net, and a service ace. One will be taken care of by Westendorf, who's checked in. And it'll be a 3-0 lead. The first ace of the night for Sienna, the third-year senior. Here's the attack on the back row. Nice dig by Mayer. Grace King with the tap. Hammer with a nice dig. Here comes Lavagie. And St. Francis will set up another attack. Rotman going down the middle. Dig by King. They'll set King. She'll have to send a free ball. Tough set there. Out of system play. Here comes the attack by Lavagie. Nice dig in the back by King. King will go right off the St. Francis attack. Spikes that one into the ground, and a 4-0 lead for Menlo. Houghton out of the serve. Here's a set coming far side. Levanger right to Othman. Here's an attack by Houghton into the block and down. And Coach Rubin will call time. 5-0. Menlo on top of the Lancers. We'll be right back here at the Richards Family Court. Menlo 5, St. Francis nothing. Well, it's been all Menlo here early. As we show, this is from, here's an attack by King, who has been on fire. As there's a serve from Hutton, and her 5-0 run finally ends with a service error. St. Francis grabs a point out of the timeout and gets on the board. Menlo up 5-1. Some nice attacks by King, and really Hutton with some great digs in the back row. There's a serve coming, Hutton the attack, and a nice attack as she buries it into the back row. Unable to hand is Westendorf. Just cranks that one in the back line, and it's 6-1. Menlo back up by 5. Their largest lead of the night, or tying their largest lead of the night. Here's the set, far side, Hamer. Nice dig in the back row by Houghton. Here's King, gets up, but that one's set right back. Menlo sends a free ball over. Levanger, cross court, into the face of Hollan, but a dig. Berg will have to send a free ball. Another opportunity, they'll go far side. Hamer, unable to be dug by King. And Kelly Hamer with a nice attack. It's 6-2. St. Francis down by 4. Lavagie to serve. The serve dug in the back row by Hutton. Here comes another free ball over. That's a third in the row for Menlo. St. Francis can't capitalize on that one. They're 1 for 3 on free balls. Here's a set, going right down to Rotman. A nice dig in the back row. Hollan gets there, and Nejad sends it one over. Hughes with a nice dig. Here comes White Knight. Now King the other way, and can't take care of it. Levanger, and a big rally and a big point, 7-2. St. Francis in the pit, Menlo on top. So how about this response from the Menlo Knights? There's a serve by Hoffman. Hughes with the dig. Goes with a tough set there for White Knight. Easy dig from Hollan. Hutton will set at the net. Nice tap over by King. Here comes White Knight trying to go down the line. Now Westendorf. Tap over by Cara. And it's 8-2. St. Frank on top goes Menlo. So the Knights playing with no care and playing at the top of their game here in set number 4. There's a serve over the net, dug in the back row. Now an attack coming from Hamer. Nice dump over the top. Diving at it was Cara and Hutton, but nobody could get to it in time. And St. Francis makes it 8-3.
Hughes back to serve.
Libero Hughes will serve. Dug in the back. Here's the set coming his care. Tap over the top. And great ball placement by King. Grace King just floats it right over the top. And it's 9-3. Menlo in the driver's seat in set number 4. Here's the attack. Dug in the back row by the Lancers. Into the block there goes White Knights attack. And it's 10-3, the largest lead of the night for Menlo. And the second timeout, the second and final timeout of the set is called by Ruben. Complete dominance by the Knights. They're up 10-3. We'll be right back here on KMVT 15. Hutton has been in the driver's seat, and so have the Menlo Knights. A nice ace there from Siana, and Menlo is up 10-3 here as we bring you back KMVT 15, St. Francis Lancers versus the Menlo Knights here on Thursday night. It is 2-1 Lancers. They took the last set 25-18. And St. Francis just lose their last time out here, 10 points into the 4th set. Serving is King. Played well tonight. Here comes the attack from Hamer into the block. Nice clearance by Houghton. Now there's one sent over by Cara. And a mistimed set there from St. Francis. Little miscommunication. And it's 11-3. St. Francis, or Menlo, continuing to add to their largest lead. No more timeouts for Coach Ruben. He's going to have to rely on his team to push through right here. There is a dig by Hughes. No one there to serve, to set that one. And Menlo has got a 9-point lead. Here's the serve by King. Back row, dug there by Levange, and King can't dig that one. And so it'll be 12-4. The lead cut to 8 for Menlo.
St. Francis. Kelly Hamer back to serve for the Lancers.
Menlo trying to make sure St. Francis has no sense that they're getting back in with this one. Hamer has other things to say about that. She'll send it over. Here comes the set. Right down the middle goes King, and a kill for Grace King. From the back row, she crushes that one, and it's 13-4. Complete dominance by the Menlo School Knights. St. Francis trying to put something together as Abby Hollan will go ahead and serve. Hollan serves, dug in the back row. Here comes an attack. Over the top goes White Knight. And that dig goes right over the top of the net. Easy money for Kellerman. But they're going to call a net violation. So what looked like an easy point it's called a net violation, and it's 14-4, a 10-point margin for the Knights.
And it's Abby Hollan back to serve.
Hollan to serve, 14-4. preseason action. St. Francis versus Menlo Knights. St. Francis up 2-1, but Menlo dominating the fourth set. There's another block and another point for the Knights. They are running away with this fourth set. 15-4, they're on top. Hollan, the serve. Hughes, the nice dig. Here comes the set. Kellerman into the block by Uengashi, but great effort on the other end. St. Francis keeps it alive. Uengashi, the tip over. Here's set far side. White into the block, unable to be handled by Westendorf. Menlo just keeps on adding. Here comes the serve from Hollan. Dig by Hughes. Nobody there to help her. And it's 17-14, 13-point advantage. The ace for Abby Hollan. 17-4, correction. Here's Hollan the serve. Dig by Hughes and another ace. Really, Hughes can't get to that one. And it's 18-4. So call the Menlo Knights butter because they are on a roll right now, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute dominance here in set number 4. The serve by Hollan. She's had 2 aces in a row. There's a lift, make it 3. The junior with 3 aces. That's more than her season total of 2. There's a serve by Hollan and a service error. The only people who can beat the Knights, it looks like in this set, is themselves. And right there, that service error makes it 19-5. Can the Lancers, do they have a monumentous comeback in them? Or will they just wait till set number 5? Here comes an attack by Cara down the right line. Hughes can't handle it, and it's 20-5. Some substitutions now on the side, so it looks like we're going to enter a 5th set here tonight, and boy, it should be a good one. Back to serve is Zoe Gregory, but first Menlo needs 5 more, and another service error. So 2 of the 6 points for the Lancers have been service errors by Menlo, as Kellerman will serve.
Kellerman serving for the Lancers.
Here's the serve, dug by Hollan. Nice dig. Here comes Houghton trying to paint the back line and misses that one long. So a little 3-0 run here by St. Francis. As there's the attack by Kellerman. Serve goes, or pass goes right to the net. Nothing Gregory could do about it. And St. Francis with 4 in a row. It's 20-8. Here's the serve and an ace for Kellerman, sending that one to the far corner. Coach Marco Pagaluga does have 2 timeouts, although has yet to decided to use them. Lancers on a 5-0 run. Here's the serve by Kellerman. Nice dig there. Here comes the attack, right side. Now St. Francis setting something up. And Tulo going far corner. Number 8 seeing her first playing time and immediate impact off the bench. That's her first kill of the season. Oh, no correction, that's her 10th. Never mind. I give Taylor Tullio more credit. And there's another ace for the Lancers. St. Francis has found a rhythm, and what once was a 20-5 lead has been shrunk to 20-11. Serve from Kellerman, and that's going to end the run. A service error going far side, but not before turning the 15-point lead to 10. Othman to serve for Menlo. There's a serve right over the net. And a nice roll there from Menlo. It's 22-11. Ace for Hoffman, or fourth. There's a serve. Hughes, the nice dig. Comes an attack by Notman right at Hoffman. A laser. And another point for the Lancers. They trim the lead to 10. Chance to make it single digits right here. As the sophomore setter Co back to serve. She'll send it to the back row. Nice dig. Here comes Grace trying to go out of bounds, looking for the touch. Puts her hands to her mouth. She can't believe it. St. Francis trims the lead to 9. Co, another serve. Lancers went on that big run last set while she was serving. Here comes King. That one definitely off the touch. But Co able to take care of it. Hammer trying to go far corner. Dig in the back row by Gregory. Here comes an attack by Hollan. Taken care of by St. Francis. There is Levagi trying to go back corner. We have not said her name a lot here in set number 4. And she misses that one long. It's 23-13. St. Francis Menlo back up by 10. Hollan to serve. The Libero off the net. Nice dig by Levagi. Here's an attack. What a hit from Hammer. And that one off the dig by Houghton hits the roof. And Grace can't take care of it. St. Francis back within 9. Levagi to serve. She drives it over. Dig there by King. They'll set near side. Hollan on the attack off the block. Here comes the set. That's going to come for Hammer. Off to her right, but she still gets enough on it to flex off the block and down. And it's 23-15. Back to serve. Levagi. Dug in the back row by Hutton. They'll set Hutton. Hutton has sent a free ball over. Opportunity Lancers. Here comes an attack by White Knight. Good dig there from King. And another free ball over. Another opportunity. Here comes Hammer trying to paint the back line and not enough on it. It will be set point for Menlo. They will have 9 of those to try to knot us up at 2 sets apiece. St. Francis won that last one, set 1 and set 2, and set 3, correction. Menlo sandwiched in between and trying to win set 4. Hoffman had the ace to end set 2. Here comes the attack from Kellerman into the net, and Menlo takes the 4th set in absolutely dominating fashion. And we will see you at the next game. Set 5 coming right up. And welcome back as we look at this point by St. Francis trying to mount a lead late. Too late as Menlo took home the set number 4 to tie us up at 2 apiece, 25-15. Oh, it's been back and forth here tonight, and I think that's the best way to describe it. Early in set number 1, it was St. Francis looking like they had it in the bag, 23-20 on top. But Menlo able to mount a late comeback, and the Lance ties us up at 23. But eventually the Lancers take the set 28-26. In set number 2, it was dominance Well, we thought it was complete dominance until we watched set number 4. Menlo went on a lead late, up 19-16, eventually able to win 25-19. Set number 3, St. Francis, boy, did they respond strongly. They were on top, starting from 15-12, went on a big lead to go up 23-17, winning that set 25-18. In our last set, the Menlo Knights led as much as 20-5, starting out on a 5-0 run. And St. Francis trying to mount a late comeback. They brought it within 9, was the closest, but Menlo able to eventually take it 25-15, and that comes to set number 3. Set number 5, correction. Now for those of you who don't know, set number 5 plays to 15, not the regular 25. Each coach will have the normal amount of timeouts. And it is also still win by 2. There was a coin flip for the serve. It looked like it went to Menlo. And so we will play to 15. Serving will be number 15, Sienna Houghton, who was serving on that 5-0 run. Menlo trying to get their first win of the year. St. Francis trying to continue to stay hot. Here's an attack down the middle by Kellerman, taken care of by Menlo. Hollan goes back row, unable to be handled by Westendorf. And Menlo, once again, like in the last set, grabs the first point. When you're playing to 15, every point counts here in set number 5. Hughes can't handle that one. Somehow taken care of by Ko. Free ball sent over. Here comes the attack coming. Una Gelson right to Ko, but taken care of. Here's another attack. Grace right side. That one into the back row. And Menlo picking up right where they left off. In set number 4, they're up 2-0. Here comes the serve, dug by Hughes. An attack from Levangie. Look out below. She was quiet in set number 3, but an emphatic kill in the beginning of set 5. Quiet in set number 4, correction. Ko to serve. Allison Ko with the serve from her feet. King, the dig. Here comes an attack from Gurgashin. And unable to be handled by Westendorf. It's 3-1. St. Francis down by 2. Menlo, if they have another start like they did last set, call it a wrap. St. Francis got to find something here early. Cannot allow another 5-point lead before we hit double digits. Here comes the set, and that one almost to nobody. Hughes just hits it over. There's the attack. Coming down the middle is Gurgashin, or Nejad, correction. And a big-time kill from Sharon Nejad. 4-1 is the lead for Menlo. They'll be serving. Hughes the dig. That one goes behind her. Free ball will be half the set over. There's the dig in the back row. Set coming. Attack from Nejad. Another point. Sharon Nejad with 2 in a row. Timeout, St. Francis. Their only timeout of the 5th set they'll use right now. 5-1, the lead for Menlo. We'll be right back here on KMVT 15. Menlo 5, St. Francis 1. Well, we come back here where you see the camera getting a little action. Our backside camera gets hit by a ball. As it has been bodies flying everywhere. The ball is going everywhere as we are tied at 2 here at the Richards family court, 2 apiece. But right now, it has been all Menlo, up 5-1. Once again, dominating the beginning of a set as Hollan will serve. There's a dig by Hughes. Nice pass there. Coming is Levangie, somehow dug in the back row. Here comes an attack by Grace King. And how about that one? King looks like she misplaced her hand on the ball. but it lands right where no Lancers are, and it's a 6-1 lead for Menlo. The Knights looking to grab their first win of the young season. There's a serve by Hollan and an ace. Emma Hollan, correction, Riley Hollan, the senior, with an ace, 7-1. There's another serve. Here comes far side. Hamer trying to gets that one with her palm after the set was a little high. And it's 2-7. St. Francis down by 5, serving Lavage. Here comes the serve, dug by Hutton. They'll set Hutton down the middle. She just hits that one over underhand. Now comes an attack from White Knight. Hutton with the save. Here comes the attack from King, trying to go far corner. It drifts it long. And it's 7-3. St. Francis on a 2-0 run. Here comes the serve, jump serve for Lavage. She has been good so far in this set. An attack by Nejad into the block of Kellerman. And it's 4-7. St. Francis on a run. The Lancers have not looked like they're playing at the top of their game all night, but can they squeak one out here in set number 5? There's the serve, nice dig there from Sutton. Here comes the attack. King, the touch, and off the block and down. Menlo over halfway to 15, and it's 8-4. Knights on top. Hoffman to serve. She had the ace to win set number 2 for the Knights. Currently leading 8-4. There's the jump serve. Not enough. Top spin out of bounds. So a 4-3 run by the Lancers. And a chance to trim the 3-point lead. Kellerman serving. There's a dig in the back row by King. Hits the top of the roof, but will continue play. Hutton sends a free ball over. Opportunity Lancers. White Knight serves it back row. Goes off the shoulder of Sutton. We'll send one over. Here comes an attack coming from Haymore, and a nice dump right over the top. Haymore has done that 2 times tonight, where she's looked like she's going to go full power. Instead, dumps it in between the block. Almost an ace there by the Lancers, somehow saved by King. Here's the set. Coming is Natam into the block by Nejad. Nejad with the attack the other way, and just miscommunication there by Menlo. Lancers on a 2-0 run, 8-7. Menlo on top. Getting a little louder. You can feel the tension rise a little bit here at the Richards family court. There's a serve from Kellerman. St. Francis 1 point away from tying. An attack from King, and they tie. And it's going to be timeout. Menlo. Marco Palagua wants to talk it over with his team as it's all knotted up at 8. We'll be right back. No more timeouts for either coach for the end of set number 5 here at St. Francis. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Kellerman gets off a serve. Here comes an attack from King, somehow hit by Ko with her backhand. And now going down the line is King, misses it wide. You see the frustration in her face. And the St. Francis up 8-9 here in set number 5, correction. We are knotted at 2. And that serve floats over the back line and drops in. Looked like it was going long, but Kellerman able to paint the line with the ace. And a correction, looks like Marco Pagalou has got one more timeout. He's going to go ahead and use it. 10-8, Lancers on a 3-0 run. Well, nerves are high here at the Richards Family Court. St. Francis up 10-8 here in set number 5, going up against the Menlo Knights. See some people biting their nails. Some have moved to standing up. Lancers 5 points away from taking this preseason matchup against the Knights. The Knights looking to grab their first win of the season. Here comes a serve from Kellerman, and the timeout works for the Knights. They get a service error right out of it, and it's 10-9. Menlo with the serve. If there's one thing we've noticed throughout this game, there has just been neither team has really given up in a game. I mean, St. Francis, even when you're down 20-5, worked that one back to 10. Menlo was down 20-23 in set number 1, worked it back to tied at 23. So no matter what the score becomes, there will be no quit in either team. Hughes with a nice pass. Here comes an attack by White Knight and a great block by Najai. And we are back tied at 10. We're tied at 2 sets apiece. And serving is Grace King. And the serve, dig by Hughes. There's a tap over by Hamar, and miscommunication by Menlo, nobody there. And St. Francis retakes the lead 11-10. Serving back is Hamar. Nice dig in the back row. Here comes the free ball. An attack from White Knight. They'll set near side. A nice hit there from Cara. Or Cara, correct that, and it's all tied at 11. Going cross court, slicing the net line. And serving will be Abby Hollan. Who would you rather have serving tonight? She's got 3 aces. That is one more than her season total. And we are knotted at 11. Hollan, the jump serve, going back row, not enough. Top spin, floats over that back line, and St. Francis up 12-11. To serve. Over the top, Doug. Here comes the set. Tap by Gunagasson. And they'll send a second touch over. Menlo ready for it. That's set behind Hutton. And here comes the attack by St. Francis. Othman can't get on top of that ball. And it goes right over the black line. We're back tied at 12. Boy, can it get any closer here tonight. Knotted at 2 sets apiece. Set number 5, we're playing to 15. And it's 12 up. Here's the serve by Gregory. Dig by the Lancers. A nice attack there from Levangie, but a better dig from Hollan. There's a free ball sent over. Set now coming for Othman, trying to go back corner. Nice dig by Gregory. Unable to get there is King. And St. Francis with the 1-point lead, 13-12. A nice attack there from Othman. Able to go cross court. And serving will be Hughes. Serve from her feet, dig by Hollan. Here comes a set, coming is Houghton. And a nice dig by Westenberg. Now Levangie, great dig by King, goes right over. So try it again, this time a tap, nobody there, and it's game point. Match point St. Francis, 14-12. Gotta play perfect volleyball right here if you're the Knights. St. Francis 1 point away from taking this set that started with them in a 5-1 hole. Hughes serves. Here comes the attack. Down the middle goes King. Nice dig in the back row, right side. Levanger off the block, drops down, and St. Francis takes it in set number 5, 15-12. The Lancers work back from a 5-1 deficit and deny Menlo of their first win of the season. We'll be right back here on KMVT 15. And it was a thriller here in St. Francis. Menlo taking on the St. Francis Lancers. Menlo looking for their first win of the season and getting off started right. Sarah Hutton had 3 aces along with Hollan with 3 of her own. St. Francis, though, was able to put together big stretches down the road, as that one right there from Hollan shows Menlo grabbing a quick lead. There's some miscommunication there from the Knights down the stretch, which really hurt them. You can tell it's a preseason game. And the final attack by the Lancers right here from Keely Levagani put St. Francis on the close. It gave them the win tonight. And final score, once again, it is 3-2. Lancers winning the first set, 28-26. Menlo the second, 25-19. St. Francis the third, 25-18. Menlo the fourth, 25-15. And St. Francis taking set number 5, 15-12 to close out tonight's game. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As producer was Renee Antonio Mendoza. We'd like to thank our director, Tyler Wiest, truck engineer, Tim Erkson, camera 1, Orlando Montez, camera 2, Fabian Santos, and I have been Carlo Jimenez. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to KMVT 15 tonight. One more time, St. Francis wins in 5.